Hello my friends, and welcome back to Factorio, and welcome to the channel, especially to my new subscribers. Thank you very much for joining us. So what we're realizing here, we're low on stone production, and that's coming from these few miners because they've run out up here. These have got plenty left, 30,000, 34,000, that kind of thing over in the information panel. Now I can't, although I can place a miner there, or potentially there, if you look over in the information panel, it's saying the expected resources is a mixture of stone and coal, so we can't tolerate that, and that's the same here, I'm afraid. We've had that since the start of this series. So yeah, what we're going to have to do is get a train out to a mine where there's more stone. So let's just get the map up. So if we look down here to the sort of southeast of our base, we've got this large deposit of stone here. There's a more remote one there. So we have a choice of, I suppose, going for this one. Now you could sneak off a line up here and down here, but I'm worried that's a bit close and that'll provoke them. They'll come and attack and destroy whatever I put there. So I've got this inkling now to arm my character and go and see if we can take out this base of biters. What do you think? So we'll get back to our character. Now we've had, let's have a look at our character's equipment grid. We've had the ambition to get some personal laser turrets in here, so I think they occupy one space. We'll soon find out. We've got our energy shield Mark II, so that's good. Got our quick legs in the case of the exoskeleton. Power generator, so we should have enough to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll see how many we can equip. So what we'll do is I'll have to get back into a robotic logistic area, which is this sort of area, because in the mall we've got a an assembly lab that's been building, once we research them, building the personal laser turrets. So we're going to put in our logistics request here is in the combat side of things. We've got personal laser defense, so we'll select that, and we'll select 5 to a maximum of 5. Don't want the robots bringing us any surplus or anything, so we'll do that. And we see they've got 5 on the way to us, 7 left in storage, and they'll keep building those now to fill that back up to, I think I set that to a maximum of 10 to build. In the interim, I've had a bit of a shortage of resources because we're ramping up research on, well, I'm hoping to boost mining productivity. And then, just quickly show you in the research, where is it? The mighty Spidertron, a versatile vehicle capable of traversing rough terrain. It's equipped with fast-firing rocket launchers controlled by manual or automatic targeting, can be driven manually or using the Spidertron remote, which you see there in the effect list. The effect of researching that is obviously the Spidertron itself and the remote control for it. So that's great if we can get that. Sorry, get out of that research. Well, I did start researching it and it's quite expensive. Put it back in the queue because I was running low on resources. It was sapping a lot, so I just stopped it and thought I'd prioritise mining. Anyway, that's a bit of background. Have they brought me my turrets yet? Yes, they have. Let's get back to our grid. Right click on our character down here, bring up the equipment grid, and let's see if we can, oh, they take up 4 spaces. Now what can I sacrifice? I'm willing to sacrifice night vision. And for this mission, I don't really need the roboport. And is that going to benefit me? I get 2. That said, we can have... No, I'll try it without. Now then, also it might be prudent to build a couple of gun turrets. Now I can have those in my inventory and I can plonk them down, and I think if I feed them some of this ammo that I've got, they'll start firing on my behalf as well. So they'll be static and then we can hopefully reclaim them. Let's make our way over. Sorry, forgot to assign some at least of these, didn't I? Yeah, so they require obviously electricity to fire and they'll recharge. So they have a range of 15 units, shooting speed 1.5 plus. I think I've researched shooting speed increases, so they'll be firing a bit faster. So it's a bit of a bold move this. I haven't, at least intentionally, encountered any yet, any biters. But you see, don't know if we notice here, we've got types of robots we could build, and if we had the roboport, bring along with us. So have we got our guns? I think what we can do, can I click on this and I can, whoops, get rid of this a minute, get another panel, because it's wise to set these things that you need quickly. I need to put some of these back in my inventory so it's quick access. So yeah, we'll put 65 back in there, we'll keep 66 for ourselves. So we can fire, the guns will fire. Oh yeah, I wonder if I should get some grenades. Can I build any? Excuse me a sec, where are the grenades? Some being manufactured down here for other purposes. Let's see if we can grab some of those. Here's some. So we'll put these on our quick bar as well. Where have they gone? If I hover over these, it should show, there they are. It shows them in, when you hover over these items for crafting, it shows them if you've got in the inventory. So that's not what I wanted to do, and not there. We want grenades, and it's showing the 18 we've got in our inventory. So I think what we can do, if we press X, this will rotate the slots. Now how do we get, do I just click on, whoops, do I just click on it? Yeah. So instead of paths being there, we've got these, and I think I can access these with the numbers on my keyboard, 1, 2 and 3. Yeah, and 3. So 3 is a thrown grenade. It has that sort of radius you see in the green around the character. Right, so I'm nervous about this. What I might do is I might just, I'll certainly save my game state before I get close, I think. Let's see, so we're going to follow this track down. Now, perhaps we should have some of these in reserve. I don't want them storming my unprotected base, do I? Have I got any walls? not many. And yeah, I've got to be careful of the trains. Let's see, so yeah, it looks quite a sizable base. Let's reveal what's there, shall we? Put this here. And then we'll bring out some power to it. Forgot I didn't have my robots with me. They're not building, obviously, for me. Right, yeah, let's have a look. Map mode. So these are the biters which will charge at me when I'm in range or, you know, disturb them. What we're looking for here, which are quite dangerous, this one here is the small worm. They'll pop up, tubular kind of things, like the Sarlacc from Return of the Jedi, and they spit sort of poisonous green goo at us, which damages us and slows us down actually, so they're kind of a priority to take out, and these are obviously the nests which will spawn more biters. So I can, in theory, I'll switch to my SMG down here. I can fire at the nearest enemy with holding spacebar. It'll automatically aim at the next enemy. My laser turrets on board my grid should fire at things in range, but I'm gonna, and I'll forget what I'm doing as I go, but I think it's an idea if I go, you know, run away. So if I plunk this down, it doesn't matter which way it's facing. There's my character. If I want to run away back to this position, perhaps, and we'll put a little bit of a wall around it. Like that. I'll feed, can I feed you like that? But you got it all. Let's have some back. That's gone to here. Let's do it a bit manually. 30. Right. So we've got those. Now then, 3. That's my grenade ready. I might have a... I forgot to save, didn't I? Let's just save it. Just in case. Right. Are you ready for this, guys? I'm going to try and take out these worms first. So throw that grenade. See my lasers firing. Doing well. Yeah, it's going well. I think we've taken them out. Oh, there's a result. So that's going to open up this. While I'm here, I've got this blueprint down ready for my train track. Let's just see. That includes some miners there. The blue is where there's no resource under, where that would plonk it. The train station there. So I've got a little turnaround point. Just got a map up so I get a wider view. It's a bit similar to this one here, yeah? So we'll plonk it down where that is showing blue. Hold shift. No, we're not going to build it yet. We want our robots back. And we don't want this train in situ. And just before the robots come along and start building this, I want to upgrade the yellow, or the yellow track, transport belts to red. So let's see. Don't need to go above the line of these guys. So in fact that's surplus. Oops. Went too far. There, and these are surplus power lines. So yeah, now let's finish off this track, shall we? Well, we'll line it up. We've got our straight rail blueprint here, so we'll overlap the blue by, overlap the track by 1, so we got a nice seamless transition. So again, we're just doing the placeholder here. I'll come along later, and when we do an adjacent one we'll overlap the pylon, so we get nice spacing. And here, before we go any further with that, we'll bring up our junction, which wants to go there, but I want to get rid of this surplus pylon. Don't need that. And once we join it up, I do have some train track in my inventory, so that is being made. So if I just go back to my grid, I can take these out, put my RoboPort back in, let's put my night vision back in, shall we? Back how it was, and the robots you see are starting to build. So I've got 25 robots, saves me walking across the track as well. Once this is built, I'm looking for all these junction lights at least to be green while there's no trains coming. That means we're in a good standing with the signals, and we should be able to get a path to this mine in place while we're here, once we've built it and built the train. And then we should be able to bring in some much needed stone into the base, at least to supplement what we're bringing in, from the mine in situ at the moment. Another junction here. And we've got an extra pylon, haven't we? Just to make sure the electricity is carrying forward. Yep. And we'll build it out a little bit. Might be handy just to bring down the power. But yeah, we'll carry on here. And the really important bit the robots are very helpful with is going to be all this complexity. And I missed a bit of upgrade, didn't I? Never mind, I can do that retrospectively. Down this path. I missed a fair bit, didn't I? So it depends, I haven't really checked if I've got all this stuff in my inventory actually. So while they're doing that, let's bring this up. And let's bring number 1 back, so I can keep track of how much I've got there. I probably don't have enough boxes, to be honest. Yeah, I've not had many of those in my pack for a while. Let's just finish off this track. I can do that manually, just so it's a closed piece of track. There we go. And we want to importantly finish off the looping turnaround. Good. Just the train will come along this direction as the light signal indicates, and go around and loop back this way. So let's see where our little robots doing their job. They choose where they want to go first, so I could stand out here and they'll maybe prioritise the nearest bit, but no, look, they go up there. I don't think I can manufacture many not worthwhile boxes. So on here, for when we go back to the base, we'll put that we want, there is an assembly machine building these chests. So let's get 50 when we're back at base. But it's a good idea to get this building before the train, and that way it can start accumulating the stone it's mining from into the boxes, ready for when the train does arrive. And I've run out of transport belt, so I am going to have to return to the mall where that's being built. Oh, and there they go up there. Free will and all that. How are we doing otherwise? So what we can do, bring some power across. Crisscrossing all over the place. So some of the miners are hooked up. So we just need boxes and more transporter belts. So in our logistic request we tend to have that by default anyway. So we know there's no trains coming this way. That's the auto save. It gives us a pause every time. Sorry about that. And we could collect these on the way. Right click, hold down, gather up. These wall sections. That was my precautionary measure. Now then, there's surplus now. Train track. Quick check. Coming this way, nothing, good. Yeah, so just make my way back to the mall and pick up and catch a lift and a boost on this sort of path. This is I put some hazard warning concrete down just to make sure I don't run across this blindly, and in fact that makes you run more quickly as well, so that's handy. Go here, basically going over to the west of the base. We've got our research going on, nearly 93% done for that. Then it will go on with the Spidertron. Spidertron can, you know, tackle large enemy bases without too much hassle. But we need to, well, for that guy I need to be building him rockets for his rocket launchers. We might have something going on there. There's a rocket launcher. So some there we could nab for him. Don't think we're not building any rockets yet. There's some scheduled. I think these here might be destined, or they're artillery shells perhaps. So, well, in due course we'd have to figure that out in another video, I expect. So let's see, so we've got 300 track back, we've got 50 boxes. They've restocked us basically our little logistic robots. Most grateful to them. So we head back to our in fact we could build this train and we could go on the train track to that new mine just manually. Let's see, our robot should build this. There's a ghost of it ready. And if you look, this combinator is set to output this signal of stone, which means these are all linked to it with a cable, a green wire, all the way down these inserters, which is why they're inheriting that property. So they're filter inserters, filter stack inserters. So they've got this behaviour on that circuit, that green wire circuit, to say set your filters according to what that is instructing you to do. So it's just a quick way of setting all the filters along the line. That'll ensure if any other train accidentally arrives here that's not carrying stone, it's only going to pull stone off, because all this of course is going to be geared towards feeding stone out into the base, so we don't got any pollution of other materials. We hope to avoid that anyway by design. So we need to give this some fuel. It's got some. Well, we can jump on board, I think. Yeah. And now we manually drive it. We just, with our forward, back, left, right keyboard. Let's see if we can get to that. I think we'll go right here, and we'll take another right. That's that refueling train doing its job. Take it slowly. Now I'm going to want a left turn off here when I come on the mini-map up to this junction. Let's be holding left. Good. And we should be able to basically get to this mine. So we're going to go right here. down past that loop. I mean, that I'm not. Well, yeah, the robots will come out of my inventory and build those while they're in proximity. Let's let them do that. So let's leave the train there. Actually, we don't want it there yet. I want to finish off the mining operation up here. Should be fairly quick with the bots fully equipped again. And we will need one extra pylon there to power this outlier. Let's see if anything else to build, guys. Here's the... That's good, here's the flurry. Yeah, so we just let this mass flurry get through, and these are there to balance across the two tracks to make sure these try and get an even split. Because, yeah, you've got different amounts of miners providing different quantities, so we try and balance it with splitters. You see that en masse in the incoming train station base, so let's see, we can I name this? Yeah, I'll name this, so I'll name it. We tend to use a sort of convention like this, that's its given name. We'll call it Stone Mine South East 1. It's the first one. Remember, there was another one. We might not need that. I'll put a little symbol there for the type of resource to reaffirm that visually, like we've done for the other ones. Apply. I could faff with its colour. Bit more stone-like. That'll do. It's closer than it was, isn't it? So we're on our train. I'll press forward and we'll make our way. In fact, what we can do is tell it to go to... I don't want it going back there, and I don't want it going there, but you see these properties, that is sort of what we want. So I'm going to add a station and say base inbound stone, add weight condition, we'll do empty cargo at the base, and we need to add a time delay such that the train doesn't come straight back here to the mine when that hasn't had a chance to fill up. So I'll do that as an and we'll give it 75 seconds is my go-to default to start with. We can adjust as accordingly. So it's going to empty its cargo at the base if it can, and wait 75 seconds. So it's both has to be fulfilled. Okay, and then we'll add a station, which is the actual mine itself. So we've got the stone mine southeast, we just named it. Here we're going to add inactivity of 5 seconds. Inactivity means that the loaders aren't loading anything during a 5-second period. If it's not received anything in that time, or it's full for 5 seconds, which means the loaders stop anyway, it'll come back to this one and make it so. So when I'm on it and I've got it here, I can put it on, I can press play to say go here. There you go, it sets a path. And indeed there it is at the station, and so we'll get off and we can see that loading. And over there we see on the information panel midway down, the cargo contents are increasing. It can handle, with 4 carriages as we have here, a total of 8,000. So again, if we hop on, you see this is flickering. It means there is activity happening, so you can't count to 5 yet. 5 while there's no activity. So if we hover over the train, it's up to 6.7 thousand. It'll get there shortly, and then the train should set a path back this way. You'll see it light up the path back round here, through the holding parking lot, up here, that's there for if the station is occupied, it'll wait here. But it should get back to the inbound stone if we've set this right. We have, so it's on its way. There's its path being set. Let's watch the train, and I'd encourage you to focus on the train rather than the moving scenery, because you'll get nauseous. And it gets up to a decent speed over than the information panel below the cargo contents, 190, 200 kilometers an hour. And it comes back to the base where it drops off its quarry. I can get out here like so, and we see here this lovely ribbon pattern of the balancing of that load. So that's going to go down here and stop. We haven't told it to go anywhere yet. And basically we want it to go into this vicinity here, so we'll plan that out. Let's see. Sometimes easier on the map to think it from a wider scope. So we've got an input here. We've got a we do need a feed of raw stone down here, so we might supplement that as well. But we'd like to get at least one channel straight into there, wouldn't we? Yep. So let's go with that. We'll come across this way, turn into there, and then if I do this, it builds the undergroundies as I call them, the underground tunnels. And then think about where this is going to go. Yes, we'll have a turn, we'll go across, and we'll zoom out just to make sure we line up. And we'll probably come down here actually to avoid those liquid pipes that we have. And I just want to be careful here, perhaps place this manually, or more or less manually, so I can get that extension. It doesn't accidentally try and put one there. I don't want it dropping onto this transport belt. So the red undergrounds can extend this far underground. Let's do that. Why not? We'll get our path. Make sure we're going the right way. And if I hold shift, it ghost builds, so that means, oops, miss one. Wrong. I've done these the wrong way, haven't I? Let's get out of map mode, back to our character, and we can click on these and reverse them. Or I can just drag across. Like so. So all we're missing is the connection here. So yeah, we'll just take from one feed. We'll watch it arrive. We have to make sure it arrives. I could destroy this tree and see it better, but it's a bit of nature, isn't it? I like to leave that as far as possible. Looks good though. If it gets up there, I'm happy. Yeah, and this splitter will apportion that with a space, both lanes, this way and that. So that's good. I could just leave it there actually. We'll let this focus on, I think for the size, the extent we need there, we just need a constant stream. So we could probably break this and let these miners just focus on there. So we'll reconnect this. You can have everything that comes from there, in other words, while this feed here is now solely feeding the furnace's smelting array that turns raw stone into stone bricks. So that's good. I might leave it there as a shorter video. So we had a bit of a battle, bit of train building. Always good to see the trains running that we can hop on and benefit from. So if we look here, the train has gone back to the mine. If we click on this station, just a quick overview of this, we can see the train is on its way. We can click on the train to see its view. That's nicely behaving. It's following its automation. And while it's here, if you didn't see the building of this complex array here of trains, this is our refueling train. and that's dropping off fuel here that goes along this channel underground and feeds all the trains, so that keeps that topped up as it does with the other trains. So you see him emptying his cargo, and this must have passed, so both conditions must have passed before he'll go back to the mine. There you go. Sorry, I said I was going to leave this video. If you enjoyed that, please subscribe if you're not already. Hit that bell so you get notified for new videos. I do play other games. If you check my channel, the playlists, you'll see a variety there. Check those out, you might find something else you like. But I'd like to thank you for watching. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next video.